What's up everyone? Today I'm going over a few trades involving ticker symbol RZLV. What is RZLV? RZLV AI, an AI company based out of the UK that specializes in providing generative AI for retail. So what do they actually do? All I know is that it had a lot of swings recently, so I figured it was a new stock that I could lose money with. On October 31st, I bought 100 shares at $4.20 per share. Soon after I bought the shares, I sold a covered call against my shares. Now, a quick rundown. I sold to open a call because I had 100 shares of the stock. As the seller of the call, I have the obligation to sell 100 shares of the stock at the agreed on strike price. If I didn't have the 100 shares, the call I sold would have been naked. If the call was exercised, I would have had to buy 100 shares at the market price, only to deliver them to the buyer at the agreed on strike price, which is the trade-off in a covered call. I sold a $5 strike expiring November 7th, 2025 for just under $5 worth of credit. This call expired worthless, so I was able to keep all of the $5 of premium. A few days later, RZLV fell off a cliff and stayed low throughout December. In early January, it started picking up some, so I was able to sell a covered call a week out for $10 premium. RZLV kept climbing, so I bought to close my call for $5 profit, but I was anticipating more movement. However, it stalled out, and I eventually decided to sell all of my shares. So I sold my 100 shares at $4.45 per share. And it was a good thing because RZLV closed a share offering for $250 million and the price got diluted. Now, what is a share offering? A share offering is when a company issues new shares to the public in the hopes of raising capital. This is often seen as a bad thing and taken as the company is running out of money, so they need to get more money from investors by selling new shares. I know there's a lot of people out there that are saying RZLV is a buy and hold stock, and that might be true, but I'm not trying to invest. I'm trying to trade, poorly at that. So I don't mind getting out of my shares if it's no longer fun. I do that from time to time. I get out of positions and I try not to look back. If you happen to buy shares of a stock and sell them just before a run, don't look back, just let them go. They're like your ex. You broke up with them, then they started going to the gym and doing yoga and eating better. And guess what? Spoiler alert, they're happy now. So don't look back, it's not going to do any good. Just sell the shares and move on. So let's break down this trade. So I bought 100 shares for a total cost of $420. I sold calls and made $10 profit. In total, I made $35 on these trades. Not bad for a few taps on the phone, but we'll see what we can do later. See you in the next one.
Not the drip, but the drop with no limit. Set to stop, kill the ops when it flips. When the kitten bounces on a triple. When that green candle melts down to a blip.